our beloved. I am count this as a privilege and a pleasure to share with you on this platform in this partnership that God has granted us. This is something I look forward to as often as I can attend. I believe in times like these, life shrinks or expands on one's proportion of courage.
Mm.
And I'd like to leave for meditation Deuteronomy chapter 2. And the personality in this passage simply makes a statement of determination. We have spent enough time wandering around these hills. It's time to go north. It's time to go into another direction. Being stuck is one thing in life that can be frustrating and cause one to be frozen and one to be someone caught in a trap of life, being in between, realizing you need to move, or being completely entangled with life's inevitable ups and downs. You get to move up, you get to move forward, but sometimes the uncomfortable state of being stuck is a result of a series of choices. One of the challenges we have as visionaries and strategic thinkers is to build our daily life around what James Penneker of Southern Methodist University calls levels of thinking. There are high level thinkers, those who consistently focus on important issues, imperatives, and principles and priorities that give identity and give a sense of expectation to one's individuality. There are the low level thinkers who spend time on the mediocre and the mundane. And then there are the no level thinkers. These are the people who feed on the bottom of life. The high level thinkers, the low
Mm.
level thinkers, the no level thinkers. We're reminded from the Apostle Paul in Philippians 4 to think on these things that are praiseworthy, things that remind us that God, in his harmonious handiwork on humanity, can cause all things to work together for our good. When you've been stuck for a long time, the memorizing and the paralyzing of the episode that led to one being stuck can be so overwhelming that in the end you have no responsibility or accountability for freeing yourself. So there's several principles I'd like to leave this morning. Number one, you can't move forward and look backwards at the same time. It's a critical choice. Forgetting those things that are behind, we press towards the mark of a higher calling. Number two, stop staring at the closed door and start focusing on your open windows. Number three, let go of your past and seize the promise of your future. Number four, live fully right where you are to fulfill your dream requirements. There are some things I just have to have at this point in my life, and they are what is called non negotiables. The non negotiables of life. Number five is important. Meditate on the obstacle only makes the problem bigger. Rather, keep your eye on the goal that causes the problem to shrink more and more and more. I have found it to be true. The best way out is always through. It is a normalcy now in our culture to meet everybody this one and that one, and everybody is going through, but how many of us are coming out? We're reminded in First Chronicles
Jesus.
28, be strong and very courageous and do the work. Don't be afraid and don't be discouraged. God is with you. He won't fail you nor forsake you until the Lord's work is done. Number 6 is realize emotions are teachers. Pay attention to the messages your emotions send you. Stop reacting, responding, and reflecting on your fear and start responding, reacting, and releasing your faith on what shall be. What was and
Mm.
what could have been is nothing compared to what shall be. The psalmist in Psalm 56 says, when I am afraid, I trust in you, whose word I praise. I will not be afraid of what man can do to me. In times like these, beloved, we must remember that failure is an event, not a person. You can
Mm.
experience a failure and never be a failure. It's why rich people invest in time and poor people invest in money. You're far too smart to be the only one standing in your way. We're reminded in Isaiah 54, no weapon formed against you will prosper. No tongue
Mm.
rising against you will prosper, because the heritage of the servants of the Lord brings the reward of God, and nobody can stop God from blessing you when he decides to bless you. Number 7,
Amen.
inspiration won't chase you down. Aspiration won't lift you off the ground without your own determination for elevation. How many times do we hear Jesus say these words? Take up your bed and walk.
Run
How
away.
many instructions? Go and show yourself to the priest. If you don't do
Mm.
your part, you're more than likely to fall apart. It is so much an imperative in times like these that we realize that failure is not falling down, failure is staying down when you indeed have a choice to get back up. We have gone
Ah.
round this mountain far too long. It's time for a new direction. And nothing sometimes makes more people more productive than the last minute. If you only work at the last minute of your life, you will never have the time to do what only time can do, and that is live like there is no time like now. Create the life that
Mm.
doesn't just look good on the outside, but create the life that also feels good on the inside. This requires courage. Courage is going from failure to failure and never losing enthusiasm, knowing that sooner or later it will turn for your good. And if you don't control your thoughts when they show up, you will never be able to use your thoughts when it's time for you to show out. And so I have made a determination in 2025, and it's simply this: I'm addicted to becoming better, a better person, a better man, a better servant, a better husband, a better individual, because I found out better is attracted to better. Do what you can with what
Yes.
you have where you are, and every time you'll get more than what you were looking for. Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice that you have made. And if you want a different result, how about using today to make some different choices? The Roman rule
Amen.
has a lot of validity. The one who says it cannot be done should never interrupt the one who's getting it done. And I pray and believe that there are men and women on this platform that are going to use this season and this opportunity to get it done. A husband and wife was driving through Louisiana recently, and they approached. Sign said, "You're now entering into the state of Mississippi." Driving from Louisiana to Mississippi, they saw a sign. Wife said, "We're about to approach Natchez, Mississippi." The husband said, "It's not Natchez. It's Natchez, Mississippi." They were arguing back and forth. Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. They pulled into this place. Said, "Well, let's just stop. I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat. He's wearing me out. And I had enough." He's sitting at the table. Wife said, "I told you it's Natchez." He said, "No, it's Natchez." He looked up at the lady at the counter and said, "Ma'am, would you pronounce the name of where we are?" She said, "Certainly. Burger King. Burger King. Burger King." I would rather suggest to you, it's not where people say you are, it's how you say you are. And I'm well and getting better every day. How about you? It's time for a new direction. Thank you for this opportunity. And may the God that we serve bless you richly.
Thank you, Bishop.